All right, what's up, folks? Hold on real quick. All right, what's up, folks? We got 8 people in the box already. I let Christina know that I'm live right now. All right, so we're gonna be completely changing gears here, trying to at least. That really grinds my gears. No, but we're gonna be changing gears here. Like I said, I am a life coach and a motivational speaker. Always have been, really, but I'm gonna start taking this more seriously and really trying to do it. Um, I think God told me to switch it up, so I think this might be what he was talking about. I followed God's lead, but it makes sense. You know, like I said, I mean, I'm the best life coach on the planet, literally. Why? Because I have more life experience than everybody. I've been through it all. Um, we all go through things. You know what I mean? We all struggle. We all hopefully endure and persevere. And I think a lot of people don't. And that's what I'm here to help people with. It told me straight up that my purpose is to help people through similar, like things that I've been through. So since I've been there and since I've been in all the hard situations, I can offer help to people in the world who may be dealing with their own, um, whatever they're going through. But I think it'll put me in, I've been in a good mood, but I think it'll put me in a lot better mood to do this. I think this is what I'm called to do and what I want to do and what makes me happy. So yeah, like I said, now I don't think that we're gonna be stopping the Batman thing. Clearly, I'll probably never do that. I mean, I will never do that. But just totally revamp. I want to revamp the channel. I want to revamp the business. I want to revamp everything. I want to revamp my entire lifestyle. I'm trying to make some big changes here. Like I say, God keeps talking to me. I keep getting downloads, readings that are leading up to something huge. I'm telling you right now. I mean, I'll make the prediction, but like I said, if and when it happens, they also told me to keep my mouth closed. You know what I mean? Hold up. So, in other words, I won't be opening my mouth, if I get blessed. Um, but I don't know, man. These readings and downloads are consistent. They never stop. They sure make it sound like it's coming. You know what I mean? And boy, could I use it right now. I actually got in touch with TJ. I got in touch with TJ yesterday, which I was really happy about. Um, so like, we're back in touch, which is good. TJ is a good dude, man. It told me in the readings, it said like you can fix your past. It's an illusion. I guess thinking that I can't, but I want to really be on good terms with everybody, as much as possible. Some people I don't like. Some people I think are fake, and I'll point it out. But even them, I try to be on good terms with them because I'm a grown man. It doesn't make any sense for me to have any kind of beefs lingering or issues, and I don't have any. Now if people feel whatever way towards me, I mean, more power to you. I don't understand why. I'm a beautiful person. I'm a beautiful soul. I'm a handsome, good-looking guy, and I'm just living my life, man. I'm just, I always have fun. I feel like I make people happy. I just try to do the best I can. You know what I mean? Like I said, right now, um, I've gotten really good at pretty much not needing anything and not needing much, but at the same time, we got to get donations. We need some actual support for what I'm doing here. I mean, I love to talk to people as an intellectual and actually go over real, finite concepts that are going to get us somewhere and have a conclusion. Um, I don't have time for immaturity. I don't have time for games. I don't have time for nonsense. Hold on. So, like I said, I'll continue to have the chat close. I will continue to close every single comment box on this platform, right? Because, again, if people don't know how to conversate and they're just doing weird stuff, I don't have time for it. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to let that be a part of anything considering me or anything I do. It's just that simple. Feel me? So, every day will be on some grown adult stuff. And that's all that I'll bring to the table. Okay. So if you want to listen to me, you can. Okay. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Um, if you don't support me fully 100% and y'all are not trying to back me financially, right? Talking about the audience, all of you are more than welcome to unsubscribe from my channel. I never asked you to subscribe, never asked you to come over here and be fake and catty. Um, like I said, the Cash App is in the bottom left-hand corner. This is my old logo for God Body Fitness. At least it's sunny out here today. This will help me with what I'm dealing with. The sun's out. But yeah, I mean, I think it was a good idea when I had it before, when I was up north. God Body Fitness was a business I created. That's the logo. I've lost the logo because, like I said, they did what they did with the laptop, that church group. And see, that's my only thing is it's like people are just doing things that don't make sense. You just don't do that. You mind your business. You don't get in the way of people making their money. You have no right. And that's why I talk about it. Like I said, if people would stop doing, off the wall crazy things and illegal things, then I wouldn't have to talk about them or it because there's no need, because the truth is they're all irrelevant. You know what I mean? But like I said, I had the logo stuff, like the website saved all on the laptop. I had a lot of stuff that was important and vital to building my businesses and my future. Common sense, and any laptop that I have, it's going to be like that. The other laptop, I think it stopped working because of like rain, and it's not like I can put it in a thing of rice. It's too big and it's been too long. So I don't know if it's out of commission or not. Money fixes a lot, but like I said, if these blessings are coming, and I'm not going to be quiet until they do, of course, but it'll be pretty obvious, because y'all will see a major change immediately in how I'm moving and what I'm doing. And I'm just going to show up like that and we're just going to do what we do. So, end of the day, how do I put it? Um, I'm like Tyler Durden, man. In reality, I'm a whole different guy. It's still as good to be Tyree Sneed. I'm going through things, but I just love me, man. I love being me. I love being myself. Real talk. But like I said, um, hopefully we can make some positive changes here. Hopefully we can get this show on the road the right way, and we'll just have to go from there. Um, how do I put it? Right now, I'm just trying to walk and talk with y'all. It's an ambulance. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to create a new logo for God Body Fitness. I mean, I've put all this work into doing this and into the Batman thing and into the fitness. It has to pay off. You know what I mean? I mean, we can't sit here and pretend. Like I said, I just broke and set the world record. I broke the world record clean as day. 113 pull-ups. I did 97. The world record, what Christina informed me, was 105. I did 113, and in the same day I did 123. Okay, they're official pull-ups. Camera angles don't really do it justice because the camera is down, so it doesn't really show what's going on right. But I'm doing 123 pull-ups, and like I said, it's nothing. It's nothing to just extend a little bit more. And this is how you work up to that point, and that's how I was able to break the record so quickly. I did the same thing with dumbbell curls. I'm telling y'all how I do it and giving you the formula, but you can't do what I do because it's a gift. It's a gift. Strength is mental, man. A lot of what strength is mental acuity, and it's the strength you have within your soul. And none of you have it. You just don't have this strength. So you could follow my formula as much as possible and try to imitate and copy, but it'll never work for you because you're not me. And this is why I feel like I'm the most credible and only solidified trainer as far as fitness goes, and instructor. And that's what I'm offering and what I'm doing as well. Motivational speaking, life coach. I am very spiritual, right? And I can offer just in general regular advice on anything to people, right? But everybody needs to pay me for what I do. And then I'm a fitness coach, basically a teacher. So I am a teacher, I am a healer, okay? And this is what I really do. So I think it's about time we really try to build this official legit business doing it and doing so, right? I mean, number one, it's a necessity. And number two, I just think it's divinely inspired to do it. I think the timing is right, you know? So, like I said, at the end of the day, like I said, I've had a lot of life experience, man. I mean, I've lived all over the country. I've been through a lot. You know, I've been through everything. I've been through everything and more that most of you can't even imagine, right? And I've been in a lot of different situations. I've dealt with a lot of different people. I just know how to do things. You know, when you have enough human experience, experience is the best teacher. That's why I was always big on learning and soaking up everything like a sponge. I don't really worry about much else because that's what life is about. And if you're constantly rambling and talking, you'll never learn anything because you won't be able to listen. That's why in person, I'm actually pretty reserved and quiet. I don't do too much talking. I only talk on here because it's a learned skill and I'm good at it because it's what pays me. So, like I said, this next check is around $113. Never was too worried about money or the money, but this is my own business, so it gives me more power and a lot more leeway than what all y'all are doing. Like I said, I'm in a different position. I'm not in a position right now that y'all are in, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. It comes with negatives and positives, right? So if I decide to, you know, travel, make some changes to how I'm doing things, that'll be up to me. But it's all extra stuff at the end of the day because I've worked hard my entire life and I have everything to show for it regardless. You know what I mean? And just is what it is, man. You know, I had everybody try to intentionally sabotage me and mess up everything I ever built. So what I did basically, and it talks about it in that video I have on the community wall, is I picked up the pieces and I built an empire. You know, That's the thing, man. When you go through things, you kind of have to experience tragedy to wake up. You have to experience these things, or you'll never have an awakening. You'll never become real. You'll never be an awoken being. You have to go through the hardships and the bad things. It's just how it is. If you don't, you'll never learn, what life is about. You'll never learn how it truly works. You'll never really know how to truly be happy because you'll just be empty inside because, like I said, there isn't too many teachers like me who can help you along the way. I can help people get the most out of life. A lot of these people are empty inside, and I can help people to feel and be human. And I really think that's one of my gifts and my purposes here and what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just trying to do what God's work and what my calling is, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm probably going to design another logo for God Body Fitness. I think I'm going to do that today, as a matter of fact. That'll be fun. I'll get that out of the way right quick and figure out the kind of logo that I want to make. It'll be a little bit different than this. I don't know if I can even pull this logo because it's only on here. So, like I said, it makes things difficult, but it's not a big deal. I mean, I'll try to make a cooler logo. I thought this was a pretty good one, though, but I don't think I can pull the picture from there. Maybe I'll have to see, but I doubt it. But I think God Body Fitness is a good company idea to push. Number one, and number two, my whole deal is like, how do I explain this? My deal is when I get the money, I can order like customized apparel with whatever logo and design I make. So like that's the cool part to me because I really would like to, like, when I get blessed, if I get all this money, I want to make like my own customized clothes, like beanies, because I would be going up north traveling. I gotta get to Christina and make sure she's okay. That would be the first priority. I already know what I'm going to be doing. I'd probably come up through San Antonio. I'd stop in San Marcos at the outlets real quick. I'd come up through San Antonio, spend a day or a couple of days there at most. Probably not even because there's not that much going on, but I'll make a pit stop in San Antonio, I think. And then I'd probably just start using the Greyhound to start, you know what I mean? And try to handle all the other stuff in the meanwhile while I'm moving around. But I would just use Greyhound and I would just start. I'm just making plans already right in front of y'all as to what I'm going to do. I mean, these blessings are coming, man. I mean, it's too many readings, man. It's too coincidental. There's no way they're all just talking to each other and copying. I mean, it's not a coincidence. It's telling me what's about to happen, exactly word for word, all of it. Okay. And I don't know. I'm getting some kind of inheritance that I didn't even know existed. That's what it's telling me. It's coming to me. It's time. This is all divine. This is just what God is telling me. It's some inheritance that I don't know about that's coming, and it makes sense. Just like I said, I mean, we all know they stole my inheritance, but I don't even think this is that inheritance. I don't know if it's a different one. I have no idea what's going on. It's confusing, but that's what it says. Word for word, I have the proof of the video, and it says I'm getting an inheritance I didn't even know that existed. Okay, so I'm just making plans. That's all I'm going to be doing. It just is what it is. I mean, I'm getting ready, just like God told me to. I'm already prepared fitness wise. I have a regimen where I'm able to maintain the strength better. So all that is pretty much where it needs to be. Like I said, I'm free. I'm a free spirit. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I just go through what I go through, my physical stuff with what they did to me when they called Steve Hospital. Like I said, I'd probably come up through San Antonio. I'd spend at least maybe a day there, just check it out, just to give me some time to cool off. I mean, I'd have to take my time with everything. But I also would be moving pretty quickly because I want to get to Christina, and see her. This is all hypothetical if I get this money, if I get blessed, but I'd probably spend a day in San Antonio or so. Definitely go to like Fuddruckers and have a burger. I think they got one in San Antonio. I do something, just so that I can relax and have some fun. They got a Dave and Buster's over there. Might check that out. I'd come up through San Antonio, then I'd stop, and I don't even know if I would stop in Austin primarily. I think my main pit stop would be San Antonio, and then from there, man, this is so ridiculous, bro. These people, unbelievable, man. It's just unbelievable their attitude and how entitled and selfish they are. But like I said, number one thing I'm doing if I get blessed is getting the hell out the valley right away. There ain't nothing here. Nothing. It's all a waste of time. It always has been. You know what I mean? When they don't even want to give you a fair shake as a human being and as a person, look at my hair, right? When they don't even want to give you a fair shake, what is the point? Feel me? Like straight up, what is the point, bro? You know what I mean? Try to fix my hair. I don't need to fix my hair. Who am I trying to impress other than Christina? There you go. Look like a young Brad Pitt, but better. I told you. So yeah, like I said, man, I'm a superstar. I don't know. It says that my lack period has come to an end and that I'm entering my abundance phase. I don't see it yet, but hopefully God will send me a sign and send me signs and start blessing me, man, because boy, I've been waiting a long time, man. I mean, I guess it ain't been that long, but it's been a minute. It's been a good, I don't know, at least a year. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. And I mean, before that I was working, but I still wasn't where I wanted to be or hadn't received my blessings. I was just working harder than ever, and that's how I was making everything happen. I don't want to work for other people. I want to work for myself. I want to have enough money where I don't have to work, where it's an option, and I'm just going to build businesses. Getting everything mapped out. Christina and I already know what we're doing. I mean, I've talked to TJ about some of the business stuff. Like, I got to make sure everybody's loyal, because people play games and you just never know what's going on or people's motives. But I'm trying to, trust TJ. I think he's a good guy. I think he just needs the opportunity. I think he has to work on being negative is the only thing. That's the thing. When I'm trying to do something and I've already accomplished the impossible, I need people to acknowledge it. I can't have people who are trying to dumb it down or, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. He only sent me like $1 so far. He said he's trying to get it together. He's got his own stuff going on, which I do totally understand. And I'm grateful for anything, but I'm trying to see if he's able to help me a little bit right now. So that would speak volumes if he can do that, but that's the thing. I got to kind of put people through tests to see what's up. And, what I notice usually is the common trend is people play themselves out of their blessings. That's the thing. Somebody donates me $20 right now, $100, right? Which they won't do 100, but somebody out there might. It's what I need. I need thousands. But, if they donated me something and showed some actual support, they might get thousands and thousands of dollars back and an opportunity where they don't really got to worry about nothing. He's doing his own podcast now. So we already talked about collaborating with that. I'm kind of down for whatever. I'm just trying to enjoy life. I don't really have an outlook of I'm mad at anyone or whatever. I analyze people. I study their character, but it doesn't mean I can't get along with people or anything like that. I don't agree with anybody's decisions, but what I realize is I don't have to still be nice and go along to get along. You know. Um, but yeah, like I said, I would come up through San Antonio. I'd make a pit stop there. I want me a good burger, man. And up north a little bit. Might stop in Austin, talk to him, but I probably would be kind of in a hurry trying to get, because I would actually like try to go visit and say hi to Christina. We just got another honk and a wave, and I'm not even in my bat suit. Isn't that crazy? I'm famous as hell, bro. This stuff is crazy, son. That's crazy, man. I'm not even in my bat suit, bro. I'm getting honked. So like people know who I am out here. Is a good thing. People know what I do, and obviously that I'm positive and I'm trying to build things. Um, I mean, I give some credit to YouTube. I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, it wouldn't have an avenue for all this to really happen. I mean, it still would have happened because I'm dressed as Batman. I am Batman, but you know, I think the YouTube helps carry it a little. But yeah, that'd be my plan. I'd just take the Greyhound to start. I'd stop in San Antonio for a bit. Um, Honestly, I'd probably get dressed a lot nicer, get some clothes together. Um, like I said, I might stop in Austin and talk to him briefly. Nothing would be where I'm just, you know, I wouldn't take my sweet time. I mean, but I can't rush it either. I mean, it's just being safe. But basically, I would just head straight where Christina was and, try to see her and go visit her. That's what you people online don't get. Y'all don't control, reality. You don't know anything going on. I mean, I might get blessed all of my own accord. I mean, God is going to bless me. I told you I'm supposed to get blessed by God, just straight up and down, somehow, some way. So like, nobody would know if this happens. It would just happen, and you just see me start moving, and I'd start releasing videos showing you what I'm doing. And then that's when you should really worry. You feel me? That's when you should worry. Because that's when that means Batman's got the money, right, to build all the bat suits the way I want. I can go take that metal shaping class in Boston. I can do whatever I want once he gives me this money. Okay? Literally. They said, like, I got, like, this is not in my mind, bro. They said I got, like, a God bank account that God made for me, and he's been investing in it my whole life through all the good deeds I've done. I believe it, man. Like, this is not made up. I truly believe it said in the readings, everybody's going to see that you were right. I truly believe I'm going to be so rich, it's unbelievable. I've told people this to their face, and I think people know it's true. I mean, if I'm Batman, bro, that means I got to be Bruce Wayne. That means I'm not Bruce Wayne, I'm Tyree Sneed, but it means there has to be a fund of money that belongs to me that they're going to have to give me. I'm supposed to have the most money I've ever had this time around. And then everything that Christine is negotiating, right? Like what's mine is hers, what's hers is mine. It's all ours, so we're sharing everything. We're working together, right? And it's the same way if I get blessed, like she's entitled to everything I got, seriously. You know what I mean? Because, that's the way a relationship works. You know what I mean? Once we get the show on the road in person and everything's going, like, yeah, like I want to work together. You know what I mean? So my whole point is, how do I put it? It'll just work perfectly, you know? And that's all. I just want to see Christina and be with her. And I'll figure out everything, if I get this money, I can figure out everything on, what I'm going to do up there. That way I can be around her and with her. And Basically what it would be a trip to Christina to see her and help her get through what she's gone through and make sure she's okay, but I would just have to make some pit stops and, get some hotels and get some rest and, try to enjoy myself along the way, the right way as much as possible. But I definitely make a pit stop in San Antonio. I would stop at the outlets in San Marcos if I could, but now I'm thinking if I'm on the Greyhound, I'm not going to be able to do that. I mean, it's up to me. I mean, I could take a bus to San Marcos to start. You feel me? I could maybe spend a day there and just go to the outlets and go eat and stuff and get me a hotel or something, and then you know, figure out the Greyhound thing and get to San Antonio next. You know, um, I can just do it step by step like that. But I don't want to rush it because I mean it's just part of being safe. I mean, whenever you rush, I mean it's just not safe. I mean, it's just not like you're moving too fast. So I need a vacation. I need to rest. I just, I need a vacation away from everything. So that's what I would start doing. Um, but I don't know, man. It sure would be cool, man. I might even do some Batman stuff along the way because I might bring at least one of my suits with me. I can't bring both because the other one is too heavy. Uh, but I could bring the other one. I should be able to. So I mean, I could literally like start building off of it a little more. I mean, I'd be able to do anything I want, bro. I don't think y'all understand like how much money God is talking about giving me. I mean, straight up. And that's all it says. It just says like be quiet about it. Don't tell anyone. Well, yeah, but I'm gonna talk about it until it happens. Sorry, I mean I'm human. Like I need this money, man. Like I need it. I got to get this show on the road, man, because this is ridiculous. I should have. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've done a lot in my life, man. I've accomplished a lot, so it makes sense. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. At some point, you're gonna get tired. Like you're not gonna want to keep doing the same things. That's why I don't understand you. Like I'm going the direction I'm supposed to go to. It doesn't matter what I go through to get there. It's working and it's gonna work. And I'm building my own business. But that's the thing. I mean, I could literally show up in San Antonio, add to the bat suit, and start riding around on a scooter as Batman. And film the videos. It's going to make more money, get more attention, promote the channel a little bit. Like I said, I wouldn't take too long anywhere. I would go straight to see Christina and make sure she's okay. But I'm just saying I'd have to make pit stops for at least like a day in these different cities and, just enjoy the city and go from there. I just want to go out to eat, man. I want to go out to eat like some burgers, enchiladas, like something. But like I said, this is the direction I'm headed, regardless, no matter what. TJ is talking about he has to go out to Cali. I'm not going to say where, but he told me the city. He's got family out there. I don't know. He's saying that like I could kind of tag along with him even in Austin for a little, but I don't know if that's really guaranteed or not. And I don't know. He was saying if he could get me the money to get up there or whatever, if I would do it, which I was like, yeah, I mean, I'd like to have the money to get back, but I mean, why not? I mean, I got nothing to lose really. I mean, might as well try to do what I can, and people just don't get all that I've been through, man. I'm not in a bad position. I'm in an amazing position. I just need the money now. Once I get the money, everybody will see how it all came together and what I've been talking about since day one. I mean, for me to be able to do this and have made it this far and be in this great of a position is just amazing. I mean, it really is. I mean, I literally have the whole system built to be Batman. I just need the funding. That's it. I'm talking about all out Batman. Like I have everything right in order waiting on me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about like it'll just be phenomenal, bro. Like it'll be on a whole nother level. And that's success. That's what I want. You know, I don't care about success, but I want to do the Batman thing in different cities and states. You know, so I have resources already available to me. Everything is right there waiting on me. I just need the money. You know, and I mean, you'll see me on a different level real quick. You know, especially if I got money to buy what I need, so I can get like the protein powder, like the Synthesis 6 I was talking about, and you know, like I'd actually get in a gym and train in a gym. You'll see me get like you think I'm big now. Good luck if I get in a gym and I'm taking protein, bro. I'll get huge. I'm talking. I'll look massive. I mean, y'all will be like, what the hell? Like, it's gonna look ridiculous because I'm already looking ridiculous, and I'm using pull-up bars. Pull-up bars don't build, you know, like where you're bulky. They just don't. They build muscle to the bone. It's different, and it's what you need because it's real strength. Them guys in the gym can't do what I do. None of them. You get the biggest guys, they won't be able to do none of this stuff. They're all weak. It's all just for show. But my point is, me, I can use the gym and actually train for strength because I always incorporate the calisthenics anyways. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, I could literally travel and tour the country and try to get clients to train people, all that. I can work on getting the certification for a personal trainer. You know, if I wanted, I could find a gym and land a job, which honestly is probably what I would try to do, but I'd want it to be wherever Christina wants me to do it at. You know, I have to be with my girlfriend. It's just that simple. You know, see, I'm not like you people. I'm not selfish. Everything still it revolves around Christina no matter what. You know, I want to be with my girlfriend. You know, whatever she's going through, I want to be there for her. So, you know, hopefully this happens. And I mean, I could surprise her. You know, she might not even, if I don't say anything, she might not know that I'm coming or what's going on. You know, and I might just show up. I mean, that would make her day, I'm sure. You know, but um, I don't know. You know, it's like the reading said. It said God might just do it anyway. I believe that. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, honestly, I do. You know what I mean? But like I said, y'all don't want to donate to help me for now. Like, I just need a little bit of help. Like I said, just trying to get through and get by and get to next month, man. You know, next month, I think there may be some good stuff coming. And like I said, I got to get to the check the 21st to the 26th of next month. But like I said, I got to keep that bank account going to do that. So it is what it is. Like I said, TJ only sent me $1, and TJ's cool, but I'm just saying it's just sad, man, that I can't get no help at any point. It's been years, and everybody's kind of convenient with how they do things. I mean, I appreciate the $1, but you know, I mean, it's clear I need a little more than that. I mean, you know, come on. You know, we've been boys for years. You know, I'm just saying, I mean, I know I'm coming out of nowhere with this, but it would really help, man. You know what I mean? 10, 15, 20 bucks, 25, something. Feel me? But like I said, this is my own business. I'm the CEO of it. I run it. I'm the boss. I do what I want to do. Like I said, I mean, I'd be able to get clients all over the country, tour the country, do what I want to do. And this is what I'd be doing, life coaching and motivational speaking, and just what I do naturally, being an inspiration to people in the public and being funny and making people laugh and being a comedian. I mean, all that. Sounds like a parrot. Sounds like a toucan. I think it's going to happen at some point here. I really do, because I believe in God and I believe his promises he made to me. I've been waiting this whole time. This is what I've been pushing for, you know, and it just makes sense because it's like, it would make sense that he's going to put me through all the training, put me through all the challenges and tests. I've passed them all with flying colors. He told me so. And then once I'm ready and I'm built ready to go, which actually I needed this, Truthfully, I would have never reached this strength level. I would have never reached the attitude I have. He had to get me ready. That part makes sense, and he has. I mean, I'm ready now. There ain't nothing further for me to do. I know I'm ready. So, just waiting on God. That's all. Just waiting on Him. You know, I sure wish He'd hurry up, but I'm waiting on God. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, we try to have fun in the meanwhile and be me and do what I do. But I'm trying to travel, man. I'm trying to get out of the valley for a minute, and like I said, come back with Christina and get everything going and get this whole show on the road. And we'll be able to use down here for what it's worth, the resources we need, and as a base to run everything out of and do what we need to do. As far as the Batman thing to start, but it'll all work out, man. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be literally like James Bond lifestyle, man. You gotta understand, it's been telling me for an entire year, bro. I mean, this is not new. Like an entire year, basically, it's told me that, I don't know, that like I was gonna be rich, that I was gonna have all this money going from rags to riches. It's not a coincidence. I mean, every download has been specifically what's going on in my life at that time. It tells me what my enemies are doing ahead of time. It's not reading my mind. It's just real. It's happening for me. I mean, it gives me messages and they tell me. I had one yesterday. I was like, this is specifically for you, not anyone else's ears. So I don't even really be telling y'all. What it says. I mean, it's not all through YouTube, but a lot of it is, and it just makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean? So, like I said, keep on trying to push forward, do the best we can, do what we're doing for right now. I mean, I can't wait, bro. I want to get my blessings and get this show on the road, man. You know what I mean? Because it's all there now. Like now, I have the ability, I have the ecosystem. I have the resources. I have everything set up. I just need the money. I need the funding. If God gives me the funding and the money, I mean, you don't understand. I'm going to be like unstoppable, bro. Like, y'all don't get how I'm coming this year. Like, this is not a game. Like, bro, I'm going to be unstoppable. I'm going to be able to do whatever I want. And that's the only thing. I don't understand when people say negative things. It's like, that's your attitude. It's self-defeatist. Because CJ was like, man, it's hard, coming up against a broken system. Well, it's not hard. This is all going to be easy. I'm going to be having fun while I do it all. We're going to expose publicly and we're going to, bring the truth to light. And it's not going to be hard. And I mean, as far as like in the streets, all these other people, I mean, they're all soft. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Give me a minute.